Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Best Update TV, your number one online news update channel. My name is Chima Joy, and this is Healthy Living. Healthy Living is a program where we bring you tips. It affects you and I. There's dust everywhere, and a lot of us have different kinds of challenges. So today on Healthy Living, I'll be talking to you with a nurse in the house to help you survive this Harmattan period, because I don't have to fan myself all the time, other than the whole cracking of the voice, the cough and all that. I believe that the Harmattan is the best season so far. There's no mud everywhere. Everywhere is dry, everywhere is clean. All right.
So in order to avert this effect on my skin, I stay hydrated.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. For you, the Harmattan just affects your skin.
Yes.
Well, you're very lucky. Myself, there's one thing I don't like about the Harmattan, and that's kata. Because
people who also have sickle cell, diseases, if they don't stay hydrated during the Harmattan season, they might likely have crisis.
Yes. Wow. Okay, so invariably at the end of the day, people with asthma. So before we go into the negative effects of Harmattan, are there good effects of Harmattan on human health?
Yes, there are. One is because during the Harmattan season there is low humidity. Food tends not to get spoiled easily.
Oh wow.
Do you get?
Yeah. So there's reduction in skin problems related coming with sweating.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. That's very enlightening. So what kind of diseases can we see during the Harmattan season? Generally,
a lot. Like here, we are in a boiling state. And we also encourage proper hand washing. Yes, during this dry season, you touch any surface, you wash your hands.
All right. Other than Lassa fever, are there other diseases
during the Harmattan season? Like I said, pneumonia, arthritis, any face mask. You reduce exposure, especially in children, exposure to dry air, to cold weathers. Like if you are in the house, you make sure that your fan are being dusted, your surfaces are being dusted. If you might likely have an asthmatic child, and it is different in so many mothers. There are mothers that when they are pregnant, they enjoy this season because they tend to sweat a lot. So this season is okay for them. But generally, a pregnant woman shares her immune with the child
in this season.
Okay, water helps us this season because during this season, if you go out, you would even feel it on your skin. What I said earlier about humidity is being reduced. There is no humidified air.
Recently, I've been experiencing dryness, season of breath. Okay, I'm trying to guess the question. All right. Recently, I've been experiencing sudden cease in breathing. Is that one of the effects? So, what would you recommend the person should do?
The person should go to the hospital and get screened.
All right. You've heard it. You should go to the hospital and you should get screened to know the reason.
Asthma,
yes, why your breath is season. But if living continues, don't go anywhere. It's still Best Update TV. Disease Harmattan can cause various health issues like increase the risk of Lassa fever, increase the risk of asthma, and the rest of them can cause pneumonia and other things. You can use your nose mask, cover your cheeks and our health.
The good thing about this is that we are Africans and we are blessed.
Yes, we are survivors.
And I don't think there is any better moisturizer than the shea butter.
Okay.
Yes, it does wonders. That's what I use. It's what I use every day, in and out.
You know, there are people that lick their lips often.
It's edible.
Oh wow, it is. Okay.
Shea butter is edible. If you could lay your hands on good one, it's edible. It's edible. So that's why I said shea butter. So that even if it gets into your mouth, it's edible.
It's really cold.
Yes, but you just have to try. Don't use hot water regularly, but you can seek them. warm water, take tea, it's okay.
Okay. What kind of foods will you recommend? But then
better.
You should just try. And Nurse Blessing said you should stay hydrated.
Yes,
Drink a lot of water. Water is really recommended in this season.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. For the asthmatic patients,
dust is one thing that triggers asthma.
All right, and then just in case, their inhalers should be always close by in this season.
Yes.
Don't just drop it and leave. Just have it around.
Should have it around them all the time. I think most persons, we ladies, we don't even want to leave our hair, our natural hair, outside because the Harmattan doesn't do well
with the hair.
Yes, and I think you should use, the hair has its own moisturizers, which are all these leave-in conditioners, and also stay hydrated.
While we were growing up, this disease or eye infection called conjunctivitis, they always tell you that there's Harmattan coming, diseases are everywhere. Is it really true that diseases are easily contacted during the Harmattan?
When you look at someone that has it and you get infected, no, that's not how it happens.
Oh, it's not?
Because we are always...
I believe a lot of people are shocked right now because naturally I don't like looking into their eyes because I feel when I look into their eyes I'll have it.
No, that's not the way it happens.
In this season. So, if you said or you have told me or you have told somebody, I'm telling you now that you did not do me well. We heard it that conjunctivitis is not airborne, so it can only be moved from one place to another with the hand.
That's just the mechanism around it.
All right. So if this case of conjunctivitis arises in a home with a lot of children, how can they manage? Because I've noticed that if it happens to one person, every other person begins to get it. Except
encourage children to wash their hands. If you people maintain proper hand washing, some of these diseases will not be transferred.
Okay.
You understand? Try as much as, because this child will be touching the eye. You
with
understand?
Antiseptic or disinfectant, it is not airborne.
If it's airborne, everybody will be affected.
Yes, you're really right. All right. So before we go, there are a lot of fruits that are seasonal in this period, and then how can you advise them to help us live better?
The truth is, you don't need to advise them. It is down to you who is the final consumer. There's something I do. Most times you will say you want to just soak garri because I don't know where this person must have packed
it.
I don't know what has happened there. You get? So I wash the lid before I can consume. So when we buy things from the roadside, wash. That person that is selling that thing to you doesn't care. He or she might
how to go by in this season. Of course, it's Christmas season and we are singing the jingle bells, jingle all the way. So what are the things you need to tell people to make sure that when we return back from our hometowns, or if we didn't travel,
you get fire outbreaks? This is a season where we're prone to fire outbreaks, so we have to be careful, especially for our children. As we are trying to kill our chicken and trying to do everything, keep hot water away from the children. So during this season, all we urge you to do is proper hygiene. Keep your surroundings clean, keep food clean, closed. It's not just because of rats, cockroaches, any other thing. Just keep your food close with lid.
Nurse Blessing, working with the Alex Ekweme Federal Teaching Hospital, Abakaliki, AE Feta, and it's been amazing. I hope you put all the things that we have told you into practice. Wash your